Migrants say Belarusians took them to EU border and supplied wire cutters.
Here's a summary of the article.
November 13, 2021, 5:19 a.m. Eastern Time. SULAIMANIYA, Iraq. The sudden surge of migrants to Belarus from the Middle East that is now the focus of a political crisis in Europe was hardly an accident. Mr. Pabrek said that Belarusian intelligence agents had been involved in transferring migrants to the borders, and that military buses were used. Several Iraqi migrants said that the Belarusian security forces provided them with tools to break through the Polish border fence. On Thursday, a Belarusian soldier was overheard on the phone ordering an Iraqi Kurd to direct a group of 400 to 500 migrants from the Lithuanian border toward the Polish border. "All the people who move here go to Brest," the soldier told him in broken English, referring to the Belarusian city on the Polish border, because there were too many migrants on the Lithuanian border. The migrants are stranded in the thick forests that straddle the border, facing bitter cold and an approaching winter. At the border with Lithuania, several thousand migrants were pushed up against razor wire fences, prevented from moving forward or going back.
This post received a score of 5,900, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The Invent a Crises kit brought to you by Team Putin.
And it's cheap too. Putin even paid $60,000, IIRC, to fund advertising for his opponent, which caused people to think his opponent was his puppet and they instead voted for him. Russia literally has one policy when it comes to foreign affairs with countries it doesn't like: spit in the eye, and spit is cheap.
Gift article link, valid for 14 days, which hopefully bypasses the paywall.
You can also just turn off JavaScript on your browser to get around the NYT paywall.
Or use something like NoScript. NYT, as well as many others, load just fine with that blocking everything. Between NoScript and uBlock Origin, most times you just get text on a page, with little else. Of course, some sites will require some permissions to allow photos or videos to load, but they can be done selectively.
Imagine Lukashenko cronies selling that vacation package Belarus. So for the cheap price of $5,000 USD we will fly you to Belarus and you can walk to Germany and live in the EU. Iraqi, that sounds great and all, but what is with the wire cutter? Belarus. Raxgun, just get the fuck on the plane.
I wonder when Luka or Putin will start hitting our southern border with refugee armies to sneak in people or just cause tons of chaos. Or maybe they have already. It would be so easy to destabilize a small weaker country to cause caravans of scared desperate people. Just pump a country full of drugs and guns and help the major cartels terrorize the locals. This could be done anywhere.
The hell are you on about? That's Florida. The whole state. Every lake, pond, person and crocodile. It's a state that's literally destabilizing and sinking into the ocean.
EU has a border fence.
Poland very quickly built one when this thing started a while back. There's also one at the Hungarian border and in a few more places here and there.
Hey, they're Kurds. Lovely democratic and progressive people. Let them migrate.
I had a friend in college from Belarus who had nothing good to say about Belarus.
Crime rates are low and public education is pretty good. If not for their loony dictator, it would be a more developed and stable version of Ukraine.
Dictatorships often have low crime.
Low crime statistics. I haven't seen any evidence that Belarus falsified theirs though. Up until the last presidential election they didn't even falsify the election results. Lukashenko's strategy until the 2020 protests was to paint the opposition as an idealistic loud minority. That necessitated his regime to be less heavy-handed since Belarus doesn't have the resources or wealth of countries like China, Russia, or Saudi Arabia.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.